Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's your boys talking bare knuckle, the Mike and Mish show. What up, Mike?
Hey, what's up? We're back, baby. We're back.
What's up there, sizzle chest?
What's up there, rubberneck?
We are back, dude, and we got a couple good guests coming on, a couple exciting guests coming on. One guy going to be fighting in the heavyweight division against our last guest on the show, Josh Watson. He's going to be fighting him out in Sturgis. It is Reuben Roundstone. He's got a tough task ahead of him. And then we're going to talk to the guy challenging the OG Elvin Brito in Kansas next in a couple. When is that? A couple weeks? Couple 2-3 weeks.
Oh, Jesus Christ. August 16th is when it is.
So fucking 2 weeks after Sturgis, you're going to get to see the Gypsy, Jake Lindsey, who will be on the show tonight to talk about it. He's fighting Elvin Brito, and I can't imagine that is not a title eliminator, Mike. We're going to find out from Jake tonight if they've talked to them about that, but it wouldn't make any goddamn sense if the winner of that one doesn't get the winner of Franco and fucking Austin Trout, right? Like, come on, that's gotta be it. Unless they're lining up Palomino with somebody really big named in that division, or maybe Palomino and Trinidad Snake, if that's the other one, to get the win.
He's there,
right? He's there, so it's got to be one of those two. Anyways, hey, we're gonna shout our sponsors out in a second. Before we do, I just got to tell you guys, I tonight I had I had to go to a thing tonight, and I just got to speak for a minute here. And anybody who's watched this show in the past, when I first started the show, I used to have a combat sports athlete and a combat veteran on every week, and we would talk about stuff. And every time we would talk, I would have the suicide hotline going across the bottom of the screen, because in Mike and I's line of work in the military, it happens way too fucking often. But it's not just in the military, my friends. It is in the world. Suicide is happening all. I had to go to a wake tonight because friends of mine, my age friends, 21-year-old son took his life. I don't know what it was over. It doesn't matter what it was over. I just want to say that there are resources out there. There are people that'll listen. I'm going to put the number at the bottom. It is 988. It is you don't even have to dial a whole fucking phone number anymore. All you got to do is dial 988 or text 988 for help, and somebody will contact you. This kid was like the happiest, fucking helpful. He would go to my parents and help my parents out all the time. He was just like a great, great kid. And now he's gone. I'm not going to say their names because it's too soon, but I'm just saying, man, if you got people that you're worried about, talk to them. In the military, we get told all the time, if you suspect something, go ahead and ask the question to the person. You know what I mean? And a lot of times you might not notice it. And if they end up doing that shit, don't beat your fucking self up about it, because a lot of the signs are very hard to see. And like I said, this one kid in particular was like the nicest kid, tons of friends, stop by my parents' house 4 times a week, shoot the shit with my fucking 60-something-year-old parents, help them out around the yard, all that kind of stuff. And now just I can't even get over it. But I got to say, it was a beautiful wake tonight. There was 1,000 fucking people there, dude. It was like the line went around the inside of this funeral home, out the door, down the stairs, down the sidewalk, and all the way down the fucking street like blocks. So he was obviously popular. They have a lot of friends, and it was a sad, sad day for me. But I'm here. I'm going to put that number across the bottom of the screen periodically throughout the show. Just know that it's there, dude. It's bullshit, Mike.
It is bullshit. It is bullshit. I hate it so much. But like you said, sometimes you just don't know. But
it's hard to tell.
If you think, just be direct. It's okay to be the bad guy, so to say, for the time being.
Mike and
sometimes you have to be the perceived bad guy and ask the question.
It's true. And Mike and I are in leadership roles in the middle. We've been in for so long, like 23 years here. Well, 16 years for you, 16, 17, however many years from Mike.
Yep, 16.
Leadership roles, you do have to know that it is okay to be the fucking bad guy. And you guys watching may not be in the military, but you may have somebody in your life that you care about and you might be worried about them. Don't be afraid to be the fucking bad guy and just approach it. Don't hesitate, because you might be able to save their life. Or you might be going to a wake. Either way, it's a fucking tough situation. It's a tough subject. I wanted to throw it out there. We are going to leave this thing up here tonight at times. And let's get to our sponsors. I'm glad. Thank you for letting me get that off my chest. We are going to talk to Reuben and then Jake Lindsey in a few minutes. But first, we got to shout out the people that keep me big and Mike zooming around the freaking facility with energy drinks and buckshots and pre-workouts and protein drinks and BCAAs and all the best supplements on the fucking planet, plus sugar-free delicious energy drinks. Go to buckedup.com, use promo code Mike and Mish 20 and buy yourself all that stuff and get your ass to the gym. All right, Mike?
Yes, do it. Hey, dynamic life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. That's 20. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's LIV, no E, Dynamic on Instagram.
Oh, there it is. The Mike and Mish stack. Bucked up supplements, dynamic life, dynamic wellness. Get strong, live forever, stop losing your hair.
Strong like
bull. And with that said, why don't we bring on our first guest, Mike? Go ahead.
Let's do it. When we come back, we're going to be joined by BAM!
The Rasha is a true scalar plasma energy technology with the most advanced base 12 frequency collection that protects, enhances, and harmonizes the autonomic nervous system. This can help a soldier, athlete, or animal improve their training, endurance, recovery time, and overall performance while achieving the ultimate victory-winning mindset called consciousness coherence. Once in this state of consciousness coherence, a soldier or an athlete is able to advance his target focus to a level where it is completely in the now present moment with relaxation and stress release. The Rasha is where science meets consciousness.
Hey, welcome back to the show.
What
Reuben.
up?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I am burning the fuck up. Holy fuck,
Burning
that
up
heat
is
wave is real. No fucking joke.
Heat wave in where? North Dakota. Where are you?
I am in Billings, Montana.
And what's the temp out there?
Shit. My car says 107.
Oh,
my God. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now.
Jesus.
Woo!
Excessive heat and one more alert. That's what it says.
And then my car died, so I was on the midst of going home, stopped and grabbed myself something to drink, and then that was the worst idea because my car's like, it's hot, motherfucker.
Oh my
Jesus
God, that is
Christ.
hot for
Well,
sure.
sorry to hear that. We had a little bit of a heat wave out here in the Northeast as well recently, but we would have the heat
Close
index.
to 100.
Yeah, we'd have the heat index about 100, 101, depending on.
Oh,
where
it's
you are.
perfect. It's prime. I love it. I love it because I heard we're going to be fighting outside. So shit, I've been running out about
That is
noon,
true.
2, 3 o'clock, feeling that heat, loving it. Can't fucking wait.
Well, hey, man, you are back. And the last time we saw you was up in Canada. You were fighting a goddamn savage. And Sam.
He's all right.
Well,
He's okay.
12-1 pro boxer. He gave you a fucking tough
He's all right.
fight.
It ain't the biggest boxer that ever fought in bare knuckle. I fought Eric Hempstead, and he was 34-1 before he met me. So
Shit.
boxers don't fucking scare me.
Well, now you're going to go in there against a non-boxer, a fucking brawler in the name of Josh Watson. How
Fuck
excited
yeah,
are you
man! That's
when they
exactly
called you up?
who
How
I
excited?
am. Dude, super stoked. As weird as this is gonna sound, because I'm betting he's watching, and if he's not, you know, he's missing out on a great fucking show. But shit, I'm a fan of Josh. I watched Josh's first fight like on pay-per-view because I was in Wyoming at the time, I think. But yeah, dude, I watched him fight Brian Atchison here in Billings, and shit, dude, I give it to him. Brian Atchison is a fucking savage. I sparred that motherfucker one time, and holy fucking shit. And I hate to tell you, man, his work ethic is no joke. So to get laid out by that motherfucker, I mean, it was rightfully so. So, you know, hats off to Josh. But shit, dude, he faces a whole other different savage come August 3rd. Another Montana boy.
Hey, did you see our interview with Josh last week by any chance?
Oh, yeah, dude. I was going to comment and all that, but I didn't want to say too much. I let my ego get a little bit above me when I started commenting on shit. So my balls start hanging low. These huge motherfuckers just start hanging. So then I started getting to be an asshole. So
you just start dropping your balls everywhere.
Oh, dude, they start dangling, and then fuck, dude, the asshole comes out. Now I would have started talking shit. You guys have had to bring me on.
And they
But
real
like I
right
said
now, too,
before,
so very rude.
Before all of it though, I'm just getting it out there. I'm a huge fan of Josh. I watched Josh's fights shit ever since fucking he fought Atchison. I watched him fight McElroy. I really hate to say it, you know, all the guys he fought after Atchison weren't really that much of like, whoa, guys. I mean, McElroy, he's been getting smashed by everybody. Fucking that one dude who's fighting
Greg
on
Hardy.
the same card as us, who's supposed to be fighting Zach, who I want to fucking fight, but I don't know why they didn't fucking get that all summed up, but I think they're saving that shit for later. But Yeah, dude, whoever that one dude was, and he fucking smashed him up really quick. I've been watching him a lot, so I'm a huge fan of Josh. So don't let it get twisted. Yeah, dude. I watched a lot of his MMA fights back in the day.
That was a good
Because dude, like I'm a huge fan of him. And it's not just because of his bare knuckle. I used to like him when he was in football too. So
Yeah,
I'm a
he's a
huge
monster.
fucking fan of Josh Watson. But just like Eric Hempstead, dude, like fucking Eric was one of my heroes before I fought him. He actually knocked out my brother before he fought me, so I had to put some fucking respect on my name. But yeah, like dude, I'm a huge fan of Josh. But like all the people who I've been a fan and who I idolize, they all dropped. So come August 3rd, you know, Josh has to do the same.
Hey, let's flash back to your debut up in Canada. You are the first guy.
I really hate to say it, dude. That wasn't my debut. That was just my BKFC debut.
BKFC. Okay, I should say it like that. BKFC debut. So I believe you are the first one to delay a show by breaking the ring. Can you walk
for
us
like
through
40 minutes?
Yeah, what happened?
Holy fuck, dude.
what really
That was
happened?
the maddest scramble, dude, I've seen BKFC ever done, though. They're quick.
Tell us about it. What
Okay.
happened?
So I always get pumped up, and you know, I like to test the cage. I like to hit the ropes. You know, I like to fucking test the ring if it shakes or if it does something. I like to have like a good, you know, surrounding of how the ring works. So like I'm not fucking trying to lean too hard into a punch or trying to fucking, you know, and feel like a shake or feel that mat cushion or whatever. I really like to say that the BKFC ring though is fucking pretty somewhat sturdy, and it's fucking clean, dude. Like that. Oh man, dude, there's motorcycles going off here, man. They're getting me excited for Sturgis.
We're on the way.
But-
We're on the way.
I'm on my way. But yeah, dude, to feel it and like I stomped on the ground and shit, dude. Like I fucking went all the way through. If I stood there for like an extra second, I would have went through the fucking canvas.
So when
but,
you
like,
hit it,
fuck-
you felt it like
Yeah, I thought both of them. I thought both my feet go through.
Did the canvas?
And I did one extra step. That if you watch the video, you see me kind of like a little limp a little bit, but that was me going through the fucking ring. And then I was like, oh shit, I broke it. And then fucking Dan looks at me, Dan Mergliotta, and he's all like, that was a big fucking stomp. And I was all like, yeah, I think I broke it. And then the disgust on Mergliotta's face just like sold it all. He's all like, you dumb motherfucker. And then I went into my corner, and yeah, it was a chaotic moment for about a good 40 minutes.
Watching that from home, I'm like, what the hell are they doing? Because like your opponent comes out and they're just staring at him for a while. I'm like, what is going on? Did he forget his mouthpiece? Did he forget a cup? Like what? And they're just talking and talking and talking and talking. And
oh, dude, and we were mean mugging each other.
I stopped paying attention.
We're talking
for a while.
mad shit. And then Kevin Smith came out of nowhere, and he's like, "You got to get him out of here, man. He's doing." Like Then I got on the ring. I got on the ropes for a second. Yeah, dude, I was getting the crowd worked up. It was time to fucking go, and yeah, dude, like out of nowhere, they took me out of the ring. They got it refixed. Believe it or not, huge shout out to was it Big Dan who brings the cage in here? Yeah, dude, huge shout out to Big Dan. That dude got that ring fixed in about like tops 5 minutes. And that was the ring for the rest of the card. And it was 2 fights after me, man. And you know what? It had a little bit of a bubble, like right in that one section right where I stomped on it, because they put a whole bunch of what are they called again? Those plastic containers underneath them. They stacked them. And it was a little bit like unstacked unevenly, and it just like made a little bit of a bubble in the ring. So like every time you seen like Dan grab us and go into that one corner, it's because they didn't want us to step on that one side. They're like, no, come over here.
Wow.
And that ring's small as fuck, so it couldn't fit us 3 big motherfuckers in there in the first place. So they better give me a smaller ref.
So
gotta push that motherfucker this time.
They're like Rubbermaid containers, like the fucking plastic.
Yeah, the black and white or black and yellow ones.
The black and yellow ones. Holy shit.
Yeah,
that's
black and
crazy.
yellow, black and yellow. Wiz
Hey,
Khalifa,
and I want
that
you-
motherfucker.
Can you please
boxes.
refrain from giving Big Ben too much credit on this show because he
Yeah,
won't.
we don't want his head.
We don't want his head to get fucking too
Hey,
big. It's already
I need that
gigantic.
head to be fucking huge. You might put a fucking steel cage underneath that ring for me now.
Shit.
There
That
he
shit
is right here.
crazy.
Look at he's in the comments right now. He said, "Had me fired up."
Yeah, my dog. Yeah, dude. Big shout out, man. He is the mastermind. He makes these shows fucking happen. Legit like a manager, dude, of a restaurant. He makes this shit sling. He is the head chef. Big shout out to Big Ben.
Hey,
Love you, my dog.
Ruben, if he ever text messages you and says, I just need to talk to you for 1 minute, and you call him back, have like 45 minutes set aside. Because that one
Yeah, we
minute,
did. We're coming back from Canada.
Biggest fucking lie on the planet is Big Ben telling you, I got to talk to you for 1 minute.
Yeah.
I love you, Ben.
We were coming back from Canada and his semi broke down somewhere in the midst of it. And yeah, dude, we talked for about like 40 minutes, me, him, and Wesley in that 9-hour drive.
That's awesome.
Dude. Hey, so let's get to your Sturgis fight because Josh was on the show last week and you said you watched it. So you heard him say the way you approached your fight against Sam.
I'm a ding and dasher, dude.
Yeah,
I'm a ding and dasher, man.
I love the ding.
I'm the sling and slasher, dinger dasher, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's me, dude. I'm gas on the motherfucking pedal. You don't fucking. If you see me in any of my motherfucking fights, I'm go, go, go. This fucking 40-something-year-old ass better be fucking ready for my 29-year-old something ass, because I'm coming to push the gas pedal. My cardio is up there this time. My energy is stacked. I am ready to fucking go. Yes, Josh Watson, I'm a dinger dasher, motherfucker.
I love it, dude.
I love it.
I fucking love Dinger Dasher.
The Dinger
That's
Dasher.
my new favorite name.
So
I'm gonna put that on there, man.
The
So,
Dinger Dasher.
he like, that's fucking great, dude. He made a point to like point out how you would like lean back with your hands back and let Sam kind of like throw some things at you before you blitzed him. And he did say you cannot do that with him in this fight or you will get knocked out. Did you hear him say that?
Oh, dude, man, a lot of people said that about me. Fuck, dude, I can. Brady Meestier, he's a ranked BKFC fighter. He was one of my first ever fights, and he said the same thing, that if I went in like that he'd catch me with the hook. Big left hook Watson don't got shit on me, dude. I'm 29 years old. I recreated my fucking self 17 fucking different times. You know, that's the big difference between me and him is going to be age. Because, yeah, dude, he's at that end of a road where he can't really modify himself anymore. He can make a little bit of critiques, but his stuff is set in. When you get past 30-something years old, dude, it's over. Your modifications, and if you can fucking dig deep, I mean, you got to dig really deep in there. I know 40-year-old black belts that really have to fucking dig deep to fucking bring that extra shit out. And if he can do that, because he's been talking about retirement, he's been talking about surgeries, he's been talking about injuries. I mean, dude, if you're doing that and you're still doing this game, you're not going to last very long, dude. The body wears. And you know what? I'm that guy, dude. I look for those wears and I break them down, dude. And when you fight me, dude, I'm not a nice guy. I don't go in there and see a little, your little mistake and not poke at it. I'm going to poke at it and poke at it. And I'm going to fucking break it. And next thing you know, you're like, holy shit, my arm is out. And next thing you know, my neck is hurt. My back is hurt. And next thing you know, you're going to want to get out of that ring with me if you like it or not. And that's the fucked up thing. And he was very correct about me, dude. I'm very fucking tough. I don't quit. That's just my thing, dude. I looked up at Dan and said, I can't see. And they fucking called it. And fuck, dude. I know now not to say that shit. I'm just like, oh, I'm fine. Give me a hand, dog. Point me in the direction. Because, dude, I don't quit. That's just built in me. Us natives, we're just born like that. And I did hear you guys talk about my res accident, about my uncle stabbing me too. Let me tell you this quick and refrain from this. I'm a gangster. I don't give a care what anybody says. This all happened to me because of a fucking fucked up lifestyle that I fucking totally abandoned. you know, in that lifestyle, you learn how to become hard, and that's just who I am, dude. I've, you know, the reservation fucking legit built my fight ethic. I just don't quit. And as long as you want to throw at me, don't break me, dude. I'm a round stone. I'm a stone. I'm built tough. So, dude, like, can't break this shit. You can't kill a man that's already dead, man. I've been stabbed fucking 7 times, shot twice. Fucking everybody wanted to kill me in here in Billings, Montana. But you know what, dude? I'm still fucking alive, and that's what scares the fuck out of them.
Wow.
As it should.
Dude, you
As
are
it should.
yeah, as they should. That is you are one high energy, interesting, tough individual, and you're the perfect guy for this sport, dude. They gotta love this fact that you said you're 29 years old, dude. You got a long road ahead of you. You got all this energy. You're building a career for yourself, like you said, Josh. After he fought McElroy in Albuquerque, Mike and I were interviewing him backstage, and that was like
I heard that.
one of the first things
You guys said he was kind of done.
I was like, whoa, you
can't have that mentality.
Yeah.
In this game, in the game of combat, you can't have that mentality of like, oh, I'm done, because dude, that wears on you, that breaks you. I don't like really bringing like my relatives in here, but I got a relative that's in the fight game that once said that, and he's now out of the fight game because, you know, he just said, maybe one more time, you know, and after that one last time, you know, he's like, maybe this is it for me, and it really was it. So I mean, I'm not saying, you know, Josh has done this. I'm just saying, you know, when you start saying that shit and you put it inside your head, that's what happens, dude. I'm after a fucking golden belt. I'm after a couple of them motherfuckers. I'm after one with a 4-letter and a 3-letter one, and it's gonna be around my waist. You better best believe that shit. Fuck yeah, that one right there. That's my first one. And I don't want to sound like an asshole. And you know what? I love David Feldman. I love Nate Shook, and I love all them guys over there. But, you know, I'm using the BKFC as one of my fucking trampolines, dude. My biggest dream was always to be in the UFC before this fucking bare knuckle thing started taking a fucking turn. You know, I used to fight bare knuckle when it was still outlawed, you know, in Wyoming. And when they fucking finally came to Wyoming, it blew my fucking mind if that was going to be the first place it really started. You know, it's a crazy thing that I'm fighting in Sturgis because back in like, I want to say like, man, I had to been like 20, maybe 19, but I was in so about 2014, 2015-ish. In South Dakota, they had a little undercard, and on that undercard, it was bare knuckle boxing. And fucking, I joined that little bare knuckle boxing, and fucking, it was underground. It wasn't like it went on record. They weren't really promoting it. It was at the Knuckle Up Bar in fucking Sturgis, South Dakota. And I fucking knocked that motherfucker out. And you know what? That's not the one I claim on my 7-2. I mean, shit, and bare knuckle, dude, like, and on actual paper, I'm like 9-2. So I've been doing this fucking bare knuckle game for a long damn time. You know, a lot of these guys who are just now getting into it, shit, dude, they have no clue what there was back in the day. I remember there's that Garfield dude that that was the heavyweight champ, the fucking original heavyweight champ. I used to remember watching him fight up in Casper. So, dude, like, there's nothing this dude brings different. He likes to say he hits hard. Man, dude, this was meant for me. This was legit manifested. I fucking was there that night, and I was like, I'm going to fight again when bare knuckle is big. It's going to be here in Sturgis, South Dakota. Now here I am on the biggest stage on the fucking planet, and I get to fucking fight number 3 in the motherfucker world in the place I already knocked out a motherfucker. And it's actually going to be 1 year to the date that I got my BMF belt in Montana for bare knuckle boxing. So manifestation. And you know what? After he knocked out Greg Hardy, I said, dude, I want to fight Josh Watson. Shit, when Greg Hardy's opponent dropped out, I said I wanted to fight Greg Hardy. So, hey, man, it was meant to be.
Yeah, you're built for this shit, dude. You got everything that this sport needs, and I have no doubt in my mind that you're going to perform out there in Sturgis in front of that fucking humongous crowd. We do have to wrap up with you here. Last question for us. I don't know if you do predictions. You are very fired up and you are very confident about this fight. How does it end on August 3rd in Sturgis?
Ooh, after my last fight, I kind of stopped saying done and won. the reason why I stopped saying that is because actually my boy, he just passed away after my last fight, and he was the one who actually used to say that a lot and was done in one. And so I kind of let that die with him. So really, I don't care if it's in 1 round or all 5 rounds. This motherfucker drops. And that's just it. I'm here to fucking fight. He's going to have to kill me.
Awesome, man. Hey, we love your energy, and Mike and I will be out there in Sturgis to see this one live.
Let's fucking go. I can't wait to see you boys.
Yeah,
Get to finally officially meet.
Fuck yeah. So, hey, thank you so much for coming on the show. We will see you out there August 2nd at the weigh-ins in Sturgis. We'll probably see you at the Fighter Hotel earlier in the day, but we will see you August 2nd. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Mike, do you have
can I do a couple shout-outs really fast?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
I really wanted to shout out my fucking boy, Carlos Leon from CNC Management. Legit, I wouldn't be here fighting on the biggest stage of the world if it legit wasn't for Carlos. He's seen a fucking potential in me. He reached out to me. I reached out to him about management. And you know what? The fucking thing snowballed, and here we are. We're here to fight number 3 in the world, and I'm here to take his fucking brand and his name to the next level. So huge shout out to CNC Management, fucking my boy, Kerry Carlos. And also I want to shout out Harvey Singh from Singh Contracting. Big sponsor in my fight this time. Also Just Vapes and the Vape Spot, Queen's Palace, Marvin Coleman, Coleman Community Services, American Indian Movement. That's one of the big ones that's taken over right now. They're going to be all over Montana. So huge shout out to American Indian Movement. We're helping our people. And all my Native American sponsors on the Northern Cheyenne Reservation, taking those motherfuckers to the top. Green Stampede. And I want a big shout out to my boys, Mike and Mish, for letting me on the show again. Thank you, boys. And I'll see you in Sturgis. Let's fucking go.
Yes, sir. Thanks, everybody, make sure you are tuned in August 3rd, BKFC Sturgis, Watson versus Roundstone. Cannot wait for this fight. Thank you so much for coming on. When we come back, everybody, we will be joined by the Gypsy.
Let's check into the mail. This is first things first. We love the punching bag videos. And I want to get to this from last week. We didn't get to it. The punching bag kid. This is Nolan. It's Mish from Mike and Mish's kid. We met him in, where were we? Mohegan Sun. Wonderful kid. And he said, Dad, please send us to Brian. He's my friend. So here's Mish's kid doing the punching bag. I love it. There you go. All right.
Wow. Nice.
I didn't hear what he said at the end there, but I'll tell you what, that was impressive for a kid that young. He had to jump to hit the button. Nolan, we love you. Yes, you are our friends here on the Bare Knuckle Show. Thank you for sending that in, Mish. Always like seeing the punching bag videos.
Jake fucking Lindsey. What's going on?
What's up? Hey, you could. How about next time you introduce me, you do it with less enthusiasm than you did there. You sound like an 80-year-old man, like
Jake,
getting up in the morning. Dude,
hold on, we could do this.
I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Our next guest is
what's his name?
Jake. Fucking Lindsey.
This is Snoop Dogg, baby. It's Jake Lindsey on the podcast, baby, all day. I understand that one guy. That last guy probably wore you guys out a little bit.
He's got too much energy. That guy. I couldn't get a word in.
A lot of energy, man.
He's a tad bit long-winded. He is the exact person as a customer service representative you want to avoid, because you're on the phone with that guy or you're helping him with his problem for probably an hour, like bare minimal.
Jesus. Hey, man, you are back. You're back, and you are fighting Elvin Brito. I think we talked about this once before in the past. Your name and Elvin's name had been brought up a few times amongst a few of us.
Okay, not be.
Now it's happening, and I know that our boy Nate from No Quarter, he kind of helps both of you guys out. How did this fight come to fruition? Were you guys in contact with each other and just like verbally agree, hey, why don't we fight each other and let the BKFC know?
Yeah, I asked him to fight. Like basically every time I fight, immediately afterwards, I ask every ranked guy on Facebook if they want to fight, and if they don't have anything booked, I will scrhinshot it.
You say that.
and send it to Nate. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I was like, hey, you want to fight? He's like, sure. I'm like, cool. And I screenshotted that shit and sent it to Nate. And then I don't think it happened right then and there, but that kind of got it in the ether. And then, I asked him again. I was supposed to fight in Omaha. Then my guy priced himself out. And then, so I asked Elvin, I was like, hey, you want to fight in Kansas City? Dude, I'm a go-getter. I look for venues. I do all kinds of shit to try to get fights. I was looking at venues for Nate Shook. I was like, hey, check out this venue. It might be a good deal. I'm doing all kinds of shit. But yeah, I message everybody. Elvin was just nice enough to message me back.
Elvin is a very nice guy. Yes, you do have to punch him in the face, and he's going to punch you in the face, but he's a very nice guy. I have to say, he's one of the guys. We've known him probably the longest. The very first event we covered was Knucklemania 4, and he happened to be at the hotel, and we were sitting at a table with him and Scott Farley for a long time talking to him. He was very welcoming.
I always think of Chris Farley when I see that guy's name.
Yeah, Scart Farley.
Oh, do you guys know that they are making a biopic about Chris Farley? And do you guys know? Okay, do you guys know Cobra Kai? You ever watch Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Do you know the guy that plays Stingray?
Yes.
No.
Stingray's
like
the fat
guy,
older,
like
the chubby older guy. That he was also in the show Kingdom. He played Keith in Kingdom. He's the chubby older guy in Cobra Kai. He's funny as fuck in everything that he's in. He's playing Chris Farley. It's
really?
Oh, that's awesome.
Great. Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Wasn't Kingdom that TV show with Jesse Smollett or that? Was that?
No, that was
I don't watch anything pop culture. I'm not involved. I don't watch TV or any of that, so I don't know about. So
Kingdom is a show about it's a series. It's not like a documentary, but it's an actual series, and it's about MMA. It's about a guy who owns an MMA gym.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's pretty good show.
That was a great show. Anyways, so I wanted to say, dude, we love this fight. Everyone loves this fight. And we got Travis, the Animal Thompson, in the comment section right now, excited to see this fight. He's saying Elvin's my boy. I'm excited for this fight.
Travis is happy. You made Travis happy.
I mean, Travis is not fucking happy ever about anything. So you guys made him happy. But your division right now, dude, the 165 division. I was saying to Mike earlier that you two, this has to be a title eliminator, but then I'm like, oh shit, but what about Palomino? Palomino's still hanging out there. Is he going to fight someone at 165? Maybe Trinidad? Has the conversation between you and the brass happened where Franco's fighting Austin Trout? And
yeah, I don't ever, dude. I honestly, I don't really give a shit. I don't follow it. Like, I love fighting, but I don't know anything what's going on. I just fight people. And I'll just keep fighting people. I don't really. If I fight for a belt, great. If I don't, great. It doesn't matter to me. But I do have some info for you through the grapevine. From what I understand, Trinidad's getting the winner of Austin Trout.
Okay.
Whatever that. Trinidad's. He's not. Yeah. So he's getting the winner of that. So is the Rico Franco fight? Is that for the European title or the world title?
That's the world title.
The world title. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Trinidad gets the winner of that, and then I would imagine that me or Elvin get the winner of that. That's how I would play it. But I'll probably try to fight again after that. I ain't trying to wait that long. That's a long time. That's two whole fights. So
yeah, and it's been a while already for you.
Yeah, man. I busted my Again, I was supposed to fight a couple times. I had a guy I was supposed to fight in Omaha, and he priced himself out. He didn't say no, but he said, I want a bunch of money. So he basically said no. But yeah, man, the break's been kind of good in a way, but I'm getting hungry and anxious again. Like, it's just part of who I am. I can't, if I don't fight for so long, I get really distracted and I end up getting into trouble because I run a business and all that stuff, but that's not the same thing as fighting someone. To me, it's just, I needed it, so I'm really thankful that I'm fighting Elvin. He's a great opponent. He seems like a neat guy. I've been trying to fight him forever. So yeah, he's a nice guy. I don't need to hate the guy. If I get in there, I'll turn that shit on, and like I could turn it on in a second. But afterwards we'll be buddies and shit like that. And hopefully I'll come out to Puerto Rico. You ever seen any of his videos when he's in Puerto Rico? That place is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. He's got What do they call it? The jungle camp out there, right? The jungle camp.
Yeah. And I want to maybe do a little missionary trip over there to do some interaction with some of those Puerto Rican women. Get some,
Yeah. There you
it's
go.
kind of like
That's-
to see.
There you go.
To
You
see
know, our
what's going on
followers,
with them,
our
you
show,
know?
the show's followers are called the Mike and Missionaries. You know.
Yeah.
That's funny. Oh God. You want to hear something funny that's really off topic? Have you guys noticed
Yeah.
lately? And I'm sorry, like I know this is a fight podcast, but you
No,
know,
we'll talk about anything.
I do my thing. Have you noticed lately that churches now are like making these like ads to get people to come to church, and they're all with all these really hot young church girls? Have you guys seen that yet?
I have
No.
Oh
not.
yeah. It's a fucking thing. I'm on Instagram the other day, and there's a local church in my town, and it's like, hey, do you want to be closer to Christ? And it's this chick, and she's wearing a modest outfit, but she's hot as hell, and her tits are
Yeah.
huge. I messaged, I was like, yes, I do want to be. Are you one of the
Good.
Are you guys polygamous? Can I get 5 of you, or is it how's this work? Because then I'm
Yeah.
showing up.
You can have her if you are a good, fine gentleman and you come to church every Sunday and you commit to a relationship and no sex before marriage, Jake.
Yeah,
No
it ain't fucking
sex before
happening.
marriage.
Sorry.
Or you
You
can
know-
do is what do you call it? What do they do? The
Soak.
Mormons where they
They soak.
soaking.
Oh no. Oh no. Just imagine that. Imagine that. That's just that's just gross. That's just gross. First
Just so-
off.
Can't move. You have
Think how
other people
awkward
push
it'd be. Normally when you're having sex, you're sweating, but you're actually moving, so it doesn't make it so like, gross, but you just lay there on top of her. Poor Mormon girls when they have a fat boyfriend
So-
just stuck under his ass.
right?
So
Honestly. It's disrespectful, really.
yeah, it is. I don't believe. I think that's God. I mean, a real man fucks his woman. He doesn't soak in his woman.
They're not allowed to move, and I shouldn't be moving. Other people have to move them. Unbelievable
They're
what
like-
people do. They let the devil
Or
get
like-
inside of them.
You know what? That's almost as stupid as Catholic girls who they'll do anal sex and they think they're still a virgin.
Yeah,
like, no.
I've also heard
They're
that.
saving
Yeah.
themselves
That's
for
it.
marriage.
That's actually worse. Like that's actually worse than just having premarital sex at this point.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Yep. That is hey, listen, people just make up the rules as they go nowadays. That's fine. Hey, I go to church, but doesn't matter. We found it's a loophole. It's the bumhole loophole.
Yes,
That's what it's called.
The
that's
bumhole
nasty.
loophole.
You motherfuckers are nasty, boy.
Hey, Big Ben wants to know if you have a
Boy.
Bible within 10 seconds of you right now.
Fuck no, I do not.
And
Unfortunately,
All right, we're gonna time you. And
I have a what? Oh, I have a urn, like a thing you put dead people's ashes right next to me. I have a thing
Oh,
of
bear?
wine.
I have one
I have
right
an
here.
I have an urn. Who's in there?
That's my grandfather. He's
Oh,
right here.
nice.
I keep it
You know
right
what I
on
was gonna do? So when my mom died, we wanted to get her cremated, but I was like, this sounds morbid, but it'd be kind of cool to have her skull. And you can
I
just
think
have
it's
it
like,
there.
this is like my grandfather's like thumb or something. Like how much of him can possibly be in this thing? But
Hopefully it wasn't his dick. Hopefully that was good.
no.
Back?
That motherfucker was a tripod.
Okay. Those are your genetics. I'm just saying, bro. Hopefully for you that wasn't his dick. But yeah, I'm excited, man. It's gonna be a great fight. I think me and Elvin are gonna be a really technical fight.
What do you think of his style, dude? What do you think of Elvin's got a unique style when it comes to fighting? He with the fucking hands down and the weird movements.
Well, he gets he doesn't I would say technical brawling in a sense, but he gets away with it because people don't key on his everything you do has advantages and disadvantages, and what he does is a lot of guys will throw straight punches at him, right? And he's shorter, so a lot of guys are taller than him, so it allows him to duck his head down, then come back over with a combo. And then he gets guys binding on his feints. If you notice, like if you pressure him, he'll, dash at you with some weird punches, like a 1-2 to the body or a jab overhand right or some bullshit like that. And he's just basically trying to get you to he doesn't like being pushed against the cage. And he really wants you to bite on his feints and a lot of his attacks aren't to do damage. They're just to make you back up so he can reset. And it's to make you get frustrated so you overcommit with a jab or you get really aggressive. And that's when he can counter really well because he's a really good counter fighter. If you look at his fight with Trinidad kind of caught on to that. And what Trinidad would do is just hold his ground in exchange because Elvin ducks his head straight down when he comes in with a lot of his punches. So what Trinidad was doing was he would step in instead of biting on the feints and the attack and stepping back out of the way. Because like I said, half of Elvin's attacks are not really to land if they land good, but they're really just to push you back and kind of dictate the pace, trying to get you to go backwards and not be so much in his face. But if you when he comes in with stuff like that, his head's just uppercut city all day. And that's not a saying that he's bad. It's not a critique. It's just that's just his weakness to style to step in and plant your feet and throw. So when he that first round, that's how Trinidad dropped him. He didn't bite on his feint. He stepped in and hit that uppercut left hook and put him on his ass. And then Elvin also walks into the clinch in dirty boxing because, again, he comes forward with his head down, which is really in bare knuckle, very smart defensively. He eats less punches. I mean, you're vulnerable to the uppercut, but he defends almost everything else doing that. So I can see why he does it, but no defense is perfect. Every time you do a certain kind of defense, you're open for something else. So I think he has a good style. There's nothing I'm concerned about, to be honest with you. It's going to be a good fight. I think I'm taller, I'm bigger, I have a longer reach. I'm going to be substantially stronger. We're equally quick. But he throws a lot of volume. He'll put volume on you. He's not scared to exchange, and he stays really, really relaxed. And he's very difficult to beat because he stays so cool, right? So as long as you're cool and you stay cool and you don't let him frustrate you, he's much easier to deal with versus like when he fought Palomino, which I think he beat Palomino, to be honest with you.
You answered. You just answered my question. I was going to ask you, did you obviously go back and watch his fights? Do you think he beat
I've watched some of them. Yeah, I don't do a ton of film studying, but yeah, for sure. I think he beat Palomino just on volume. He didn't do any more damage than Palomino, but if you watch those fights, again, whenever Palomino would pressure him, he'd come forward, he'd like lunge forward with some weird combo and then make Palomino back up and then reset. So every time, whenever it take half or a half, or excuse me, 75% of the round for Palomino to really zone in and get his range down because Elvin moves so much. So if you don't bite on his feints, you can really start touching him a lot sooner than later. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I want to fight Palomino too. I'll fucking fight everybody. Let's just get that across the board right now.
Dude.
But yeah, Elvin's good. Elvin's good. What do you guys think about his boy, Mark, or the Juggernaut? What do you think about that?
Well, there's a
I made it real awkward, didn't I?
It's tough. Well, I mean, look, he did what he did. He got caught. They got put out there. It's unfortunate because you know what? He's like the biggest homegrown star to come out of bare knuckle, right? So he's got a lot of eyes on him. So to go to LA and then that happens to him, it's really bad for him. I think his best bet is to just take the L straightforward and just
admit it, right?
He's got time. Just do it because he's beloved by many people. Sure, he's got his haters too, but he made a big impact on the sport. So easy for me to say, I'm not in his position, but I think that he should just absolutely own up to it and say, listen, this is it, and just move on. And by the time he ends up fighting again, he comes in, starts fighting. There's so many people in the sport, not saying it's okay to cheat, but there are so many people that have
fought so many juice heads. I fought this guy, and his nickname was Robert Juice Barnes. That was actually, I was like, come on, juice to the gills. And he actually fucking first punch he threw me on my ass. And eventually I caught back up to him and I clipped him real bad and knocked him out bad. But yeah, people are cheating. Here's my problem with steroids.
Mhm.
In sport, like NFL, I don't care. But in combat sports, you could kill somebody. I don't like it. I think lifetime ban. If you're like for sure you did them, I think it's done.
Damn.
That's if I was in charge, I'd be like, sorry, done. Because like
would you fight if they made it mandatory that you had to take steroids?
no. I mean,
Or
I
an
would
option.
I would
It's
do it,
illegal.
but I wouldn't take steroids. I'd fight a guy on steroids. I don't really give it. I mean, I had my questions about go-go on HGH because if you saw, and this is not me being a dick, it's just like, I've been doing personal training for 20 years. You see a lot of guys at BKFC when they weigh in, they're ripped up, but their guts distended. That's because the HGH makes your intestines grow. So I mean, I don't think steroids really give you that much of an advantage per se. If the skill level is not going to make you any better, it'll just make you be able to train harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But if you are good to begin with, and then you take it, definitely helps.
I'll tell you what. I've wanted to dabble. I'm not in terms of like now, but like I totally plan on like I'll get my testosterone checked. And then if I'm not at like normal levels, I'm 100% getting that adjusted. Like I'm 38. I feel fine right now. I don't think I need anything, and nor do I feel like I do. But when I'm 45, man, I'm not going to, if you're getting up in your testosterone level and you're not feeling good, hell yeah, I'm going to get on something. I'll be like that Jack.
You ever see the fucking commercials that are all over Instagram now with Cowboy Cerrone for that company Transcend?
Yeah, the good shit, baby.
He's like, I'm 40 years old and 206 pounds and stronger and faster and feel better than ever.
I want to have a bunch of kids. I love kids. I want to have like 10 more kids. So that's why I'm always like, last time I did an interview with a guy, he's like, I ask around and people don't really talk on, not online very much. I'm online, but I'm doing like political debates and shit somewhere. I don't really talk about fighting on the internet. But I love kids, man. I'm really involved with all my kids' lives and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm going to take something. If I can't if my dick's not working, I'm popping something. We got to pump out them kids, boy. I need about 10 more.
How many do you have
right now?
I mean, theoretically, I have a lot more than I probably object. I mean, I probably have more than I think. I have 4 right now. 2 boys, 2 girls. If I knew for a fact I could pump out boys, I would have 10 babies just back to back, just all boys. I'd call that hotline about the church. I'd say, hey, look, I need some Catholic girls here. They don't
We were talking to Josh Burns last week. I didn't realize he has like 12 fucking kids.
12.
Man.
What?
He has 12 kids.
That's fun.
It's
Does he
crazy,
take care of
right? He's got a whole start.
I don't know anything about it.
He could field an entire football team and have a sub on the sideline.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, that's crazy. That's a lot. You guys have any kids?
I have 2 girls.
I got 2 boys.
You better start fucking till you have some boys. Can
you hold on, Steph, get down here. No.
He's like,
she won't have any more. She just doesn't want.
Oh
anymore,
no.
So.
That means you got. I mean, that's basically a pass to cheat. That's what she's saying. She's basically saying it's okay to cheat on. That's what she.
You heard it here, folks.
I know that's not what she meant. I'm in a room with some people. They're making fun of me. Sorry,
dude.
But anyway, so back on the fighting topic. Who do you think's going to win? Me or Elvin?
This evening, I was driving home with my wife, and we were talking about our kids, and I actually said the words, "I'm so happy that I have boys," to my wife in the truck.
Uh-oh.
I would never want to be. I can't imagine what Mike's gonna go through in about fucking 10 years from now.
Oh, dude. Hey, look. If you have any dude problems, and this is a message, a PSA to all fathers out there. If there's some douchebag guy messing with your daughter when she's like 16, call me up. I will, for free. No one will find out. He'll just leave her alone. He'll just never talk to her again. I've actually had that. I had that happen. So I used to do things for guys sometimes. Like I'm a really loyal guy and I'm a loving guy, and I have a lot of I'm really sound in my morals, but one thing I don't do is like I'm kind of like old school in terms of what I think is okay to do. I think being physically violent in certain situations is completely morally sound. For example, so like I used to work at
I
this
agree.
bar and I was a bouncer, and like the owner would be really polite to some. He'd be so polite to people, and they'd be so rude. And they'd like spit in his face, and he had a lot of money, so he'd be like, "Hey, man, I'll give you $250 when that guy leaves. Just smoke his ass." Okay, like I'll do it because like why you spit in the guy's face? That's assault. I've had friends before say, "Hey, man, there's this dude who's a pretty old 30-year-old who won't leave my dog alone. This is where it works. You just hang out by his car, maybe get a little body shot." I think morally violence should be brought back into society more. Like imagine lawyers or politicians. Like back in the day, 150 years ago, if you got caught lying as a lawyer or like a politician, they may take you outside and hang you. Now, I don't know if we should go that far, but I feel like society, a lot of people do a lot of things they shouldn't because they feel like there's no sort of physical repercussion. So if any dudes are messing with your daughters when they're of age or otherwise, you just call me and I'll take care of that for you.
It's another side hustle for you. It's perfect.
Man. Yeah.
Start charging. Better start charging.
I love it, man.
Nah.
You were about to ask us about this fight.
Who do you think's gonna win, me or Elvin? Who do you think's gonna win?
Oh shit!
I want a prediction live on air.
Definitely Elvin.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elvin and two.
Probably.
Elvin and two.
His name is Elvin. It's like a hybrid of an elf and Elvis. He looks kind of like it. He looks like a little fucking elf, doesn't he? He's a little short. He's got that little haircut.
Yeah, I don't know
I think
because
it's going to be a technical one for sure.
Yeah, I do too.
So it's going to be very
like
technical, and size-wise, you're more Trinidad size, right? Like you guys are similar in size.
I'm bigger than him.
You're bigger than Trinidad Snake.
Yes,
And,
I'm not.
Trinidad,
I don't have the reach, but physically, like my reach is longer than Elvin, shorter than Trinidad's, but like my body mass in terms of like my broadness and my shoulders, I'm taller than Trinidad too.
Listen, I know that he's a
Your
former
reach
world
is stated as
champion, and he's
72.5. Is that right?
Say it again.
72.5 inch reach you have? Is that because that's what it says on Tapology, but I don't know if that's correct.
I think 73. I think we add an inch on that on a good day.
Well, I could tell you this, that I think people were counting you out against Connor Turney, and you proved everybody wrong. So to count you out against Elvin because he's a former champion would be silly. This does seem to be a new, more fired up Elvin Brito. His last fight against Jafar Fort, he kind of like took the heel route, like he was fucking motherfucking everybody, and he seemed pretty fired up. He's like, no more Mr. Nice Guy Elvin. So it does seem like you're fighting a more fired up Elvin.
Good. I don't have to. He's fighting. That's one thing about me. Like I know what you're saying. He's like he's trying to get that belt back, and he's getting out there. He's throwing bravado out, but it's like, dude, good. I like that. You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you one thing: you ain't gonna fucking bully me. Ain't nobody bullying me. So I'm glad I'm fighting the fired up Elvin, the best Elvin. That's what I like to do, man. I like to fight warriors, and he's a warrior. I want to give him his warrior death, man. That's what I want to do. I want to put him face down, unconscious, bloody, and that's what he wants to do to me. And that's the magic. The MMA, or excuse me, combat sports is like the best sport ever. Because in what other realm of reality, or two guys like we like each other, but like when we're in there, we're gonna want to kill each other, and then shortly after we'll be really. It's a beautiful thing to me. I love that. I love that whole aspect of the sport. Like I'll want to put this guy to sleep, and then right afterwards make sure he's okay.
And then a month later, you're in Puerto Rico headbutting his goat Poncho.
Yep.
I don't trust goats. You trust goats?
What, you were breaking up? What'd you say?
I don't trust goats. Do you just trust goats?
I don't know. Like
I wouldn't do what they did.
No way. I wouldn't. I don't understand how they're going forehead to forehead with this fucking goat that could just crush.
If it just falls off on one of them, just wham.
You guys the goddamn question. Who's gonna win, me or Elvin?
Um,
Come on.
you're breaking up.
Come
Jake.
on.
You're breaking up.
Oh,
We're losing.
shit.
We're losing
Um,
contact.
I'm sorry. It's okay. I don't know who's. Have you guys looked at the betting lines?
Have not.
I don't know if there would be one out yet. Usually they come out so damn late. Let me see if something's on here. I'll check.
Man, I've been waiting. Actually, no, I haven't been waiting because it's
I
illegal.
will
But I've been
check.
theoretically waiting for me to be an underdog at some point. Theoretically.
Theoretically.
They have UFC 304 on here, of course. I don't see any BKFC events.
What do you guys think about this whole Mike Perry thing? What do you guys think about that?
About the fight or about his fight league?
About both. I didn't even realize. I don't watch that shit, so I just realized he got his ass whooped the other day when I got on YouTube.
So okay. I'll answer my opinion on that one. I think that he didn't look good as a boxer, and I think everybody would agree with that. But I would say that the fact that he made it out of the second round impressed the shit out of me because he was getting fucking knocked around in the first 2 rounds bad. And I actually texted Mike. I was like, I don't know if this is making it out of the second. He not only came out of the second, he kind of almost took the third round before getting his ass kicked the 4th, 5th, and 6th round. You know what I mean? Like he did get a second win in the third round. He landed some wild hooks, but it's not his sport. And I know a lot of people were pissed off at him because he didn't really mention bare knuckle like much at all. He did walk in with the belt that night, but like he had an
The
opportunity.
logo was on his shorts.
He did have an opportunity to really pump up the BKFC, which has made him like a superstar lately, and he didn't do too much of that. I will say this though: do you know about his dirty boxing promotion, Jake? Do you know the rules? Okay, 5-ounce gloves, elbows are allowed, ground and pound is allowed, but the fighter has to be standing on both feet to throw ground and pound.
Dude, I would fucking murder that sport. Sign me up.
18-foot ring. Listen to this: 18-foot ring, 3x3 rounds, champion fights 5x3 rounds, and they're hoping to do their first event in September.
Oh wow! I wonder if
those rules are kind of cool.
Did Dave Feldman know about this, or is this kind of like coming out?
I don't know.
I don't know. You know what I didn't like about the whole thing, the whole Mike Perry, Jake Paul. Look, I might be a disgruntled, grumpy old man, but it's just those fucking big boxing shows. It's just one big circle jerk. It's just everyone hyping like, oh, I'm fucking fear no man. It's just the most. I hate it. I hate it so much. Like Jake Paul is a decent boxer, but he's fucking 230. He's boxing Mike Perry like he's not that good. It's just big circuit. I don't like the circle jerk. Like everyone's just patting themselves on the back all the time. Look how cool and good I am. Let's just. Do you remember back in the day? How long have you guys been fan of combat sports?
Since like 91.
Yeah.
Or even before, probably before that with boxing. Probably like boxing matches my dad would have on, you know.
Do you remember back in the day?
Mike Tyson, watching Mike Tyson as a kid.
Exactly.
And I remember watching Buster Douglas knock him out at my dad's friend Jay's house back when I was like 7 years old.
You guys remember like back in the day when someone was called, there's like this watered down casualness now in combat sports that really is annoying. Like back in the day when someone's a beast, like you'll go, this guy's a fucking monster. He was actually something substantially special. You weren't just a beast because you did combat sports. Now everyone's, oh, he's a killer. He's a monster. He's a savage. Blah. It's like every fucking dude. It's like enough with it. Just shut the fuck up. Like those titles used to be for actual guys that were extraordinarily tough, right? Not just now every single other person, you see all these posts on Facebook. It's like, I'm training with all these savages and these killers. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I could not agree with you more. I hate when I see people call each other champ. I hate it. I don't know when this started, but everybody's a champ. Everybody's a champ. Everybody's a king.
Future champ.
Yeah, everybody's
like women.
Champ. Hey, champ.
Queens.
Hey, champ. I'm going to train with you, champ. I'm like, this guy's like 0-8. You calling him champ? The fuck?
Yeah. It's like society has turned into this, and this is, if you need me to go on some sort of societal political rant, just ask me. Sure. But it's so full of me, I. It's so full of hedonism right now. It's not even funny. Everywhere you fucking look, it's me, I all the time.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
Yeah. Oh God. And like, get on Facebook right now, do some scrolling. You'll see within 3 or 4 posts, someone's on there making a post, fishing for some attention. Let's pat myself on the back. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't be proud of certain achievements, but I fucking on Facebook 2 seconds ago when I was waiting, and I see this post from some girl who mowed her lawn and was talking about it was tough today, but I managed to push through it, and she has like 1 billion likes on there. It's like, you mowed your lawn.
Yeah.
That's not something special. You just, everyone gets a participation trophy. Everyone is supposed to be made to feel special. It's really, and you see that in combat sports now. It's so watered down to a degree that's one thing I did like about bare knuckle originally is it was something, the guys that were in there, because it's so raw and it's more violent than normal combat sports, the word beast or savage is more applicable to this kind of sport. Like, you get guys like Mike Richmond and like, you call that guy a beast. It's like, yes, that's exactly what that title is for. Not just the run of the mill 4-2 local athlete who's been doing MMA as an amateur. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing I do like about bare knuckle. It does kind of have that last bastion of raw, kind of violence left to it, because everything is just so watered down at this point. MMA is watered down. It gets kind of redundant. But now what they need to do is, UFC kind of took it up a notch now when they have soccer kicks and 12-6 elbows, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. But
what, a lot of people, and I don't know, maybe you guys can clarify this, but like, people are automatically assuming that John Jones's 1 loss is going to get overturned to a 0 and he's going to be 28-0. And I would say to those people that when he did the 12-6 elbow, that was a fucking rule. So they're not going to overturn a fight that was taking place when that rule was in effect, for all the people that think he is now 28-0. I'm right about that, right? They're not going to overturn John Jones's 1. They would have to overturn every single fucking 12-6 elbow disqualification ever. So, right? Am I wrong about that?
I have zero idea how that works, but I'll tell you one thing. If I ever find John Jones, like if I ever meet him in person, I'm getting all that smoke. I'm going to get right up in his shit. What's up? So John Jones story. So my coach and his friend were in Europe, and they ran into John Jones in a nightclub, and he kept sending me these Snapchat pictures of him trying to take selfies with Jones, like really aggressively. And John Jones was not happy about it at all. Yeah. But I don't know.
Mike and I met John Jones. Mike and I actually met John Jones in Albuquerque, and like you just said, so Mike and I are awful at remembering to like document anything that we fucking ever do.
Even though that's kind of why we're there, but we always
forget. We don't take pictures like if we meet somebody who's like significant.
Well,
we're there to talk to like bare knuckle fighters and do interviews. So when we meet people around the ring, we don't like run up to them and go, "Let's take a picture with you." We just talk to them.
That's so good. You guys are living in the moment,
right?
You don't use that's so awesome.
We met John, and he was super cool with us, and like we spent a few 5-6 minutes with him, just shooting the shit with him, talking about the sport and whatnot. And then Mike and I walk away from him, and we get about a couple 100 feet away from him, and I look at Mike, I go, "That's probably one of the guys that we probably should have took a picture with," right? Like I fucking completely doesn't cross my mind at all in the moment.
I like it better that you didn't. I think it's better that way.
Yeah, he was. You know what? And John was pretty cool. At the moment,
he was hanging out with just massive. His brother, all football players.
He was the smallest guy at the table.
He was, yeah.
Bunch of big black guys he was hanging out with.
just a bunch of
Kyle
NFL
McElroy.
players. Yeah,
Kyle McElroy.
Football player. I don't watch sports. I don't know anything about
bare knuckle fighter Kyle McElroy that fought Josh Watson and
he was there.
Someone else. He fought Nick.
Oh yeah, big boy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, one
who lost all the weight.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, look at me. Boy, I'm in fucking shape. Boy. boy. I'm telling you. I did some sprints the other day that were so absurd that I have to be in insanely good shape. I'm surprised I even got through them, because the sprint routine I do is it's actually catered. I've done it my entire bare knuckle career, except my last 2 fights. I barely did it because I was being lazy. But it's catered towards the bare knuckle, and they are brutal. And the other day I did some, and I'll tell you right now, I'm in fucking shape because I made it through them, and I did more. And then the next day I died, but I'm in shape, man. This is gonna be a great fight. I know Elvin's in shape too. That's one thing I like about Elvin. He's consistent. He's always just fucking. He's consistent. I mean, sometimes he can be a bit hesitant here and there, but generally speaking, he fights the same every time. And that's partially probably because he's small. He doesn't cut very much weight. He's like 5'7" or some shit like that. So he probably didn't cut.
Yeah,
much
he's
weight.
not a very tall guy.
I think
Luckily-
that's partially the reason why you're getting that new angry Elvin. You know what I mean? Like, because of the fact that he is a little hesitant, that he's now got this attitude where, because he knows that because of his style and not being super aggressive and stuff like that, I think he does have a chip on his shoulder, as though he's been being looked over and forgotten about and stuff, even though he's been around for a while. And
Right.
And I feel like that's why he's not like this kind of attitude.
They did do him dirty. I mean, he sat on the shelves forever. They did do him a little bit dirty, to be honest with you. And but like, here's the reality. Like bare knuckle's fantastic. I like bare knuckle. I like Dave Feld, but like, it's just like they're gonna do that to you. Like, this isn't one of those like, you're only as good as your last fight, maybe if you sell enough tickets. That's kind of how the relationship goes. Even if you do really well in your last fight, you don't sell enough tickets, you probably getting shelled for a while. And that's just, I don't run their business, so they're able to run it how they want. But yeah, they did do him a little dirty in terms of like, he sat, I think it was 2 years, because me and him were talking online before I asked him to fight. I was like, hey, when the fuck have you fought last? Like, why are we not fighting at this point? But yeah, I don't really have that opinion of him either. I think when I say he's not aggressive, he is aggressive. He goes lots of volume, and he's hurt guy. He's TKO'd guys like flat. He's knocked guys out flat. Like, he has power. He just, with his fighting style, I think it's more on volume and setting things up than just going over there and cracking on guys. So if I don't have that criticism of him, I think he's always been really aggressive, and I love his style. I think it's fantastic. I think he has one of the better styles for bare knuckle. That being said, I'm also very technical. I have my own little unique style. My last fight, I kind of got away from it because I got hit once and I got pissed off. This time, I don't think that's going to be an issue. I mean, but maybe
pulled into that brawl.
It's like, fuck it, dude. Mr. hit so hard. Let's put me down then, pussy. Do it. Couldn't do it. Let's see it. You know what I mean? Like, Mr. He's fucking the savage. I was like, we'll see. But that didn't play to my favor.
Back to that word.
That didn't play to my favor.
Took off.
What's that?
After that fight, Gogo went to karate combat, and he,
dumbass.
See you later.
Like, I like him. He's a cool guy. But guess what happened in karate combat? When you turn your back away from your opponent, you get TKO'd, because that's what's supposed to happen. Like, in our fight, he kept turning his back, and I don't care. Like, the standing 8 count, you're not supposed to do that. But in karate combat, I guess they allow you to keep striking you on your back. So he would throw a big punch at that dude, dodge. He'd turn around, spin up around, and stop like this, thinking the ref was going to break him up, and the guy just came up behind him and just started smoking him.
Yeah, it was rough to watch.
Yep. Are you guys coming to Kansas City?
I don't think so.
Believe so.
That's 2 weeks after Sturgis. I don't think so.
Right.
Oh, you guys are going to Sturgis, huh?
Yeah.
We are, yeah. Yep, we're going.
Here's the real question.
Unreal.
How much sexual harassment is Sterling going to have to deal with at Sturgis?
A hell of a lot, I'm sure of that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
There's going to be a lot going on there.
Isn't her boyfriend that camera guy that works for BKFC?
Yeah, that's
nasty. No, there's going to be all these inappropriate bikers just saying whatever they would like to say, and he just has to. Well, luckily he works for bare knuckle, so we got.
They better not. They better not let the lion out of the cage, because Nick Vespi will fuck some bikers up. I'm telling you.
I'm sure. I'm sure
He will fuck him up. He's got a
Hey.
fist in his beard. I've seen it come out
He's
before.
got he's like Chuck Norris. He's got a third fist behind that beard. Hey, let's give away a autographed poster of the one Jake Lindsey. It's right here. Here's
Let's
the
do it.
picture. And I got a question, Mike. And we had another one, but somebody kind
Someone
of
already said the
spoiled it.
answer.
Somebody
Yeah.
already said
I've
the
been
answer.
sexually harassed because of that picture so many times by older women
Really?
on Facebook. It's not even funny.
There
It's
you
not
go.
even funny. I will
Well,
send you screenshots of that when I posted that on Facebook originally, and I will let you just see like my old school teachers and all kinds of women just inappropriately saying all kinds of inappropriate shit on my Facebook. I'll send
I love it. Well, hey, here's the trivia question, and I don't have it to put up on the screen for anybody, but
God damn it.
the new owner, or one of the new owners of the BKFC is Conor McGregor. Jake fought somebody in the UFC that beat Conor McGregor via submission. Who was that fighter?
Who
That's
was
easy.
the fighter?
Can I
All
say
right,
it?
don't give away the answer. Don't give away the answer. The person that puts the answer in the comment section gets that fucking sexy ass picture of you. Okay.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna send it to them.
Jake. Oh, we just lost Jake, but Jake fought somebody in the UFC that had earlier in his career beat Conor McGregor via submission in an MMA fight. Who did Jake Lindsey fight in the UFC that submitted Conor McGregor? Whoever has that answer, put it in it. No, the answer's not Diaz, not Nate Diaz. Try again. All you guys
God,
got to
who are these fucking people? They don't know.
All they-
This is the easiest fucking. This you can literally Google my name and just look at my opponent list. It's probably the smartest thing to do.
Yeah. All you guys Google Jake Lindsey, go to his Wikipedia page, go to his fucking MMA record, scroll down, look at the people that he fought in the UFC, and you
Yep.
and the
I
answer
know
will
exactly
jump right
who
out.
it is.
Dude, do you know? Right after that fight, so like when I was in the UFC, I really wasn't training. I was kind of over MMA. I got an offer. I don't know why. I'm sorry to tell you random stories. It's just late and I'm tired.
I love random stories. That's like the
Oh,
best
dude,
thing about it.
it's good. So like this guy hit me up like literally the next day after I fought. Maybe it wasn't that one, but it was some other one. And it was some rich Asian gay dude. And he was like, hey, he offered to pay me a bunch of money to take explicit pictures with me and cake. Like actual. Yeah, and like no bullshit. And I guess it's a fetish. I was like, at first he tried to pitch it like, hey, I work for this cake company. We're trying to find athletes that we're gonna pay money to do certain punches and poses with cakes. And then slowly over time, he actually sent me some cash. I was like, hold on a second, because then the things he wanted me to do with the cake got a little weirder, and then eventually, yeah. And I guess it's some fetish. And eventually he just he's like, look, I'll give you 10 grand. I was like, send me the money. And I was just gonna keep the money, but.
The internet is a crazy place where you can make tons of money. Kevin Smith. Do we give Kevin Smith the Kevin? Do you want this autograph picture?
Give it to Kevin Smith.
It is Kevin Smith. It is
Yeah.
Duffy. He said it with a question mark, but you said the name. It was not Khabib. It was not Mercier. It was not
Todd Duffy.
It was
Todd Duffy. That's right.
Todd Duffy. Todd Duffy. Yeah, it was Todd Duffy. Yes, it was
Back
Joe
in your
Duffy.
Heavyweight days.
Yep. And
dude, I used to cut. That was a lightweight, dude. I was so big at that point. I would like basically be dead. So I took my first UFC fight on really short notice. I cut. At that point, I should have moved up a weight class because I essentially was dying every time I'd make weight. It was brutal. And so like they check you out in the UFC. You cut weight and they do all this shit for you, right? They're like, oh, what are your blood oxygen levels? And I was at 30% blood oxygen. Oh yeah, I'm delicious, baby. I'm telling you. Let me look up some of these.
Hold on, let's do this. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Hold on. I got that. While I have that on the screen, I would like to put this picture on here so that we can document this. Everybody screenshot this.
Okay, let me go ahead and
of Jake Lindsey with Kevin Smith saying he's delicious in that photo. I love that. We'll keep that forever. Keep the screenshot forever.
There you go.
Okay, here's some of these comments.
Megan
here.
said she'd gladly take it if you don't want it. Look at more inappropriate, just inappropriate.
I
Just
had
more
someone say,
inappropriate stuff.
and I quote, God, that is such a sexy picture. I wish we weren't related.
What?
What the
Dead
fuck?
ass.
Oh,
I don't even know who
my.
that person is. I have a lot of family.
And
so
that
I don't
was
even
my
know
Uncle
who she
Johnny.
is.
Oh my God.
Oh
That's-
no.
That's
Swervo, you're about, I don't know if you weren't paying attention, but you missed someone. Kevin Smith said the answer 2 whole minutes ago.
yeah.
Damn.
You guys
So
got any
close.
more funny pictures?
Of you? No.
Yeah. No
don't.
Photoshop.
We just had
Oh,
that
you
one.
lazy.
And that picture was courtesy of the BKFC Extreme Fans page run by Russ Maxim. You know Russ, right? You know Russ?
Yeah. Russ
Russ
Maxim
is
sounds
one
like
of
a. Tell me it doesn't sound like a porn name.
Yeah, he
Russ
definitely does
Maxim.
more than that guy.
Russ
100%.
Maxim.
You know
It's
what's funny?
actually
I just
Russ
jumped on
Maxim
Instagram.
Jr.
Let's talk about Josh Dreyer for a second. Where's he at?
Josh Dyer?
He's fighting
Yeah.
at Sturgis. Sturgis. He's fighting.
Oh no
Sturgis.
shit! I
Yeah, he
love
is.
that guy.
Yeah,
If-
he'll be
Yeah,
out there.
you guys like to talk conspiracy theories together and stuff? Or-
I've never met him ever,
No?
but I just love him. I just love his look, especially his look. I love his look. I love how he fights. I think he's the best. I don't think he gets enough. You're not leaving, are you?
Fights.
You're
I don't
going to
think
sit
he
your
gets
ass there
enough-
and wait till I'm done with this podcast. Is what you're
I
gonna
don't
do.
think he gets enough fights.
He is actually the co-main event in.
Oh no
Sturgis.
shit! Good for him because he always fights tough and he beats. I think he's beat most. He didn't beat Lorenzo, and then he's always fighting real tough, man. And he didn't fight for the longest time. I could watch that guy fight every fucking day. To be honest with you, he's one of my favorite BKFC fighters. To be
Yeah, I
Dead-
wish he
dead
got
ass
more
again.
fights and more often so
He-
that he'd kind of work his way up a little bit. Because the guy he's fighting, I have no issues, and I said this before, but I think it's a mismatch. That's like
He's fighting
Do you know
William
the guy-
Albright.
Do you know that guy?
Albright.
Albrecht. The guy's
Albrecht?
got a lot of MMA fights, but I just don't know if he's like
Dude.
Josh Dyer is on a
He's
different
47.
level right now.
and he's got that grandpa strength, baby, all day.
Yeah, he's fighting a guy that has a 22-14 MMA record, 1-0 in bare knuckle. Beat Freddie Sandoval in his bare knuckle debut, and he is making his second fight in the BKFC against Dyer at 47 years old.
Huh. Well, you never want to. Bare knuckle is a completely unique sport. I mean, a lot of guys who do really well in bare knuckle didn't have when they came in. They didn't really have the best MMA record, and it's just a different thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think Dryer's gonna beat that ass. Let's be honest here.
So are
Just
you going
like
to come
you
out?
guys think I'm gonna beat up Elvin. Come on.
I said Elvin. I picked Elvin.
you picked Elvin. Oh, you
I did
mother-
earlier when you asked us the first time. I said Elvin. And
Oh,
then
wow, how
laughed
could
at
you
me.
do that? to
And you
me?
laughed in my face.
Yeah, I'll laugh. I'll laugh. It'll be a good one. I'll tell you that.
I'm going to tell
I
you
think-
right now that
I hope
think
Elvin
that
does well.
Elvin's going to win. And then tomorrow when Elvin comes on the show, I'm going to tell him that I think you're going to win.
You should
We'll see
tell
what
him I'll say all kinds of shit. Just lie. Come up with all kinds of, I don't know what kind of racial slurs you have towards Puerto Rican people, but come up, figure them out and say, yeah, he was on here saying this and that and all kinds of shit. Really
you
get
have a Puerto
the
Rican
flag
flag
love.
hanging from your rearview mirror in your car.
Yeah. I should, you know what I wanted to do? Me and my
With
buddy
a
talked
CD.
about this. And
He has a
honestly,
CD on it too.
Yeah.
I think I should do this for the rest of my career. It's like me and my buddy, like, it'd be funny is mimic the guy you're fighting, like you're from wherever he's from. Like if fighting
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, like when I do podcasts, have all these clothes and a flag and some music on and some Puerto Rican lady. Oh, this is my grandmama right here. I was gonna do it to Go too, because he's from Macedonia. I was gonna have all this Macedonian. Yeah, I'm 2% Macedonian. And just always
It would be awesome
copycat
if you could get the same, if you somehow, because sometimes people put their trunks out or what they're going to wear on fight night. You get the same stuff as them. And then you tell the DJ, play my song, the same song that they're playing. And
the
you do the
exact
same
one.
thing.
Oh, dude, it'd
All
be
the
so
same
fun.
shit. That would be great.
I would do that. You know what I wanted to do for this fight? Because I'm always looking to do. I mean, again, I could fight someone I train with. It doesn't matter. I was like, because my buddy, I call him Gypsy Nate. no coordinate. He knows
Yes.
Elvin. I was like, dude, see if Elvin, since we're fighting, like, why don't I fly down there and we just train together and spar all the time? Like, how cool would that be? To like, you could video record it, and then I think that'd be fun. But yeah, when he comes on, get him all pissed off so he gets really aggressive, so I can counter him. Really
I'll tell him that you said you're gonna knock him out and then steal the crown out of the back window of his car.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that goat, boy. I'm gonna get his goat.
Oh man,
That might get him. That might get him upset.
Is that his personal goat?
that's
Yeah.
it's his goat poncho.
No.
Yep. That's
I'm
his
gonna talk
goat.
to you. I need to find a picture of that goat on Facebook, Photoshop it like annihilated, wear it on a shirt.
Sad. Poncho. Everyone loves Poncho.
Oh, tell him
I bet you that's
you're gonna
the
wear
that's
him.
the fucking cutest guy. He can't be disrespecting a guy's goat. That's no go.
That's his goat.
If you're in Iraq, if you're in the Middle East and you disrespect a man's goat, that's fighting words, man.
It is. That's some serious business.
You can't be disrespecting someone's goat.
Dude, a quick goat story, and we do have to wrap this up because it's big. Do you remember, Mike? I told you this on my second deployment. We were driving down the highway, and
I've seen a couple of goats going
this
120.
fucking dude, this pickup truck come pulling up next to us, and it had a goat in the back of the truck, and the dude's like riding right along the side of us, and Sergeant Dillis is in the driver's seat, and he's like, "What the fuck is this dude doing?" And the dude like slows down and gets behind us, then he like speeds up and gets in front of us, and then Joel goes, "If he pulls alongside of us again, shoot the goat." And I'm like,
Jesus.
Oh no.
serious? And he's like, my squad leader, he's like, yeah, shoot the fucking goat. And I'm like, all right. So I get the fucking pistol out, and the dude like pulls the truck alongside, and I hang the gun out the window of the truck. The dude slams on his brakes. We just kept going. He never pulled up.
What the hell was he doing?
He was just fucking with us because we're Americans. That's all he was. I know that's what
That's
he
a
was
bad
doing.
idea.
Yeah. Dillis was like, dude, shoot the fucking goat. I'm like,
I got
okay.
a quick goat story. Let me get a goat story in real quick.
All right, here we go.
We should make a podcast.
We
called
only
Goat
have
Story.
room for one more goat story tonight, guys. You have a goat quota.
Okay. So my buddy, a real good friend of mine, used to fly drones. Quota. He used to fly drones in Iraq, and they were thermal. So he'd be flying around, they'd be looking for people. And he said, he'd see all kinds of crazy shit. But he said the amount of guys he would fly over, and you could see it with the thermal of dudes fucking goats.
Yeah,
was
I've heard a goat
unbelievable.
story before.
Like he's like every night, like every other couple of little houses in a village, something
It
like that
happens
was
a
going
lot.
on. Yeah.
My brother was on a rooftop in Fallujah, and him and his spotter watched the dude fuck a goat through thermal scope, his thermal scope and the spotter scope. Just
Why didn't they do?
My brother was like, I wanted to put a bullet in his fucking head so bad while he's balls deep that animal. He didn't.
No.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Can't do it. No, there's rules.
I see. That's why I
stuff.
couldn't be in the military. That's why I couldn't be in the military. I
Can't do it. You don't want to give your position away.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
All right, Jake.
True.
Hey, we're gonna wrap this up, Jake. We could talk to you all night
know,
about
I know.
goats and all kinds of
going.
shit, but
Goats and hoes. Goats and hoes. That's what
Goats
we're
and
talking
hoes.
about tonight. Goats and hoes. And
We're gonna start a new podcast called Goats and Hoes, and it's just gonna be the three of us talking about women and goats.
Love goats.
All right, Jake. Final words for everybody that's watching. That's going to be paying attention August 16th.
Hey, come watch me fight. I'm gonna carve this motherfucker up. And it's always a good fight when I fight. You know what pisses me off? People are like, I'm quiet. I don't talk a lot on Instagram. That's just how I am. I'm not gonna, but I always throw the fuck down. Elvin always throws the fuck down. You couldn't ask for a better fight to watch. So watch it, please. Get me paid. They're gonna fire me if I don't get enough views. So watch me fight.
Perfect. All right, Mike.
And
you got anything else
after
for
I
him?
TKO Elvin, I'll take that apology, sir. I'll take that apology.
Oh, okay, sure. Yep, no problem. I'm gonna.
I want you to. Okay, here's the deal. I'll make you a bet. Here's a bet for everyone to see, and you have to do it. If I beat Elvin, you have to take a hit. You have to take a mimic picture of the picture of me with the belt flexing. You have to do the same picture, shirt off and everything. And I want you to autograph it and send it to me. You have to.
I'll do it.
All right. All right, man. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you later.
All right,
Jake,
man.
Thanks to
Everybody, yeah, hey, everybody, make sure you're tuned in on August 16th, BKFC Fight Night, Kansas City, the Gypsy, Jake Lindsey versus El Bandito, Elvin Brito. We will be right back after these words.
BKFC, Knucklemania taking over LA. Let's go!
Shout out, let's go, boy. You know what was funny, Mike?
Take that off the screen.
You said after these words, and the only words in the whole video is Ben at the beginning going, BKFC taking over LA. Yeah, let's go. That was
nice.
Then
That's the words.
No words. Dude, hey, huge shout out to Reuben Roundstone and Jake Lindsey. Those two are fucking awesome guests. And Reuben's high energy, hard to get a word in with him, but excited to see him.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Can't wait to meet that guy in person.
That's an easy podcast guest. And you know what? I feel like if we started a podcast called Goats and Hoes with Jake Lindsey, it would be a hit.
It could be done.
It could be done. That was awesome. Shout out to everybody who's shout out Let's Go Boy to everybody that's hanging in there with us for an hour and a half. We have a show tomorrow night. We only have one guest lined up right now. Two?
Yeah.
Oh, we got Britton Hart
and Elvin Brito.
We got Elvin. I didn't even notice that.
Really?
Yeah.
I just said it like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know, but I don't see it in our schedule. Hold on.
It's there.
Oh, when did you add that? Today?
Like 4 days ago.
Really? Oh,
yeah, we talked about it. You losing your mind?
I have a lot of shit going on, man.
You're losing your mind. I think you blew your mind up.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But okay, so we got two champions. We got the reigning, defending strawweight champion Britton Hart coming on, and then we got the first ever BKFC 165-pound champion Elvin Brito going to come on and talk about with Jake Lindsey. So
yes.
Yeah, I know that you were saying that we'll tell him this and that. I didn't know that was like a full on fucking locked in thing. So I'm sorry. Thanks for everyone to tuning in. We got the our shout out our sponsors one more time. We got the Bucked Up supplements, Bucked Up energy drinks. Get over there, buckedup.com. Use promo code Mike and Mish 20. Get over to Instagram. Go to @LIVDynamic. Hit the link in the bio. Become a patient in 20 seconds for dynamic life, and you'll thank us later. And the Rasha, go to @Rasha Revolution or therasha.com and jump on the Rasha Revolution and get your mind right. Become a champion.
Get your mind
like
right,
Elvin Brito.
Right.
Like Elvin Brito.
Yes,
and,
yes. So, all right.
With that said, Mike, you got anything else for these peoples? That was a good show.
I'm good to go. I'm going to say peace to everyone.